but we're doing it.
We're doing it. Hey, welcome everybody to the Levity field with Justin and me, Gerhard.
Mhm. This is a new experience.
Yes. So we are. This is the first episode of the Levity field, and we're super excited. So we recorded a few sessions together on the other podcast, The Unreasonable Art of Living, and we wanted to have like a dedicated brand that's just us. And this is it. We call it the Levity Field, and it's a really cool name, and also how we got there. Yeah, do you want to share the story? Like what this is, what people can expect, why we're doing this, what's the name?
It's a new look, but same great taste. Was that a commercial for something like, I don't know, like a cereal brand or something, or
New look,
Coca-Cola,
same old thing. Coca-Cola.
Coke Zero or something? Yeah. So we, um, yeah, I think what we wanted to do. So we might still have the 11 Dunbar podcast too, but that'll be talking about 11 Dunbar stuff, building in public and whatever, and that'll be under that brand. I don't know if we'll do that a lot anymore. I think what we wanted to do is kind of unencumber us from just talking about maybe 11 Dunbar. And we really enjoy like the silliness and the whimsical and just like talking about everything: spirituality, wellness, consciousness, longevity, donuts, you know, movies that you've
Movies,
seen
game.
recently, or if you're an invalid, how they're going to take care of you, just all sorts of stuff, right? It's a wide, oddly specific yet diverse set of topics. And yeah, we created this so that we could stretch out a little bit and break free from the restrictions of
Restrictions.
just of the playful community work of 11th Bar. So that's what this is, and we're going to do this every week, right?
Yes, we're doing this every week.
And then Unreasonable Art of Living, your podcast, well, we did like 10 or 12 episodes or something. You're going to keep
Exactly.
doing that, but that maybe I join at some point. Maybe I don't. Maybe I never exist ever again on there. I don't know. Maybe your listeners hated me and you're kicking me off. And now,
No, I think it was us. It was such a good. I don't know, like when I felt like it was just a different energy. It was like this needs a special place, dedicated place, because the Unreasonable Art of Living is such a weird art project. It can be anything. It is anything. There's not really a definition to it.
well, like your
And
blog, it's like your personal blog. And sometimes
exactly,
you
it's
have
just
guests and.
exactly. It's just so random. And Levity Field is just us. It's like from the ground of just you and me and like the energy you want to put in there. And yeah, just like what makes us. And I think maybe just like share how we got to the name Levity Field, because levity has a beautiful meaning. And um actually, should we share I think for the majority of the time we did some amazing genius work, very creative work. We had like 3 names that really stuck with us for a long time. We almost chose one. And so I love how you frame this, like, if there was a marketing, there was a marketing call. It's like, okay, guys, come up with a name. And we will come back the next day. And what were the options, Justin?
One of them was just the Justin and Gerhard show. After like a week or two of noodling, we were like, oh, what would you call it? It's like, oh, the Justin and Gerhard show with Justin and Gerhard. Like, that's what you came up with? Like, okay, well, maybe it's the Gerhard Justin show. Like, it was, yeah, we didn't get very far in the very first ones. And then the donuts thing is taking a life of its own because of your visit to Miami and sharing the Publix donut for the first time, and just me ordering one donut and getting 12, and just whatever. There's been a lot of stuff, and then it took a life of its own in 11 Dunbar too. So donuts were always really central to our conversation over the last like 8 or 9 months. And so we're like, do we call it like donut show or something? I don't know. And then 11 donuts came because 11 Dunbar, but 11 donuts sounds too close to 11 Dunbar.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. I kind of like that one. Is 11 donut or 11 donuts? 11th donut. But you couldn't say 11th. You don't have a list, but it's kind of like you do. You're like, I can't say that. 11th donut.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Like 11th donut.
Yeah, it almost is like Highlander vibes, right?
Exactly.
The 11th donut. But
Exactly.
really, so and then, we're one donut short of a full box, which I kind of like that. It's like having a screw loose, or one donut short of a full box. It's kind of how we are. Um, so that was one. And then, my personal favorite we can't use or couldn't use because apparently, I mean, the Unga Bunga one, which Unga Bunga came from one of our first podcasts that we did where we just giggled the whole time. It was really probably maybe the impetus for this, where we just laughed about a meditation, the difference in meditation experiences that you had versus I had. We were sitting 3 feet from each other, meditating for 25 minutes in silence, and we come out of it, and you're like, "What do you see? What do you? What did you enjoy, Gerhard?" You're like, "Oh, it's just nothingness. It's bliss. I'm just in harmony with the source of the universe." I was like, "Really?" I was thinking about, what did the early cavemen? What was their inner voice? The first one that made a noise and was like, "Ah, that's me or that's God or whatever." What was that? What did they even? It's like baby's first words, but humans' first words. And I was like, and this is during my meditation. This is what I'm thinking about. And instead of being nothingness and thinking about your breathing and the sounds of nature or whatever, I was thinking about caveman saying "unga bunga" and that being the first words that we said as humans. It made me laugh. I was like, oh yeah, "unga bunga." I guess that was it. Like, you know. And so I like that, like calling the podcast "unga bunga" because we're just dumb, not dumb, but like we're just being silly and kind of moronic, and and then there's like a revelation of something. Like to me, that was very Oonga Boonga, like just going through things with a hammer. And then you do research on like that framing or the phrasing of it, and you're like, oh no, it's got like all these negative connotations, and so we couldn't use it or can't use it because of that potential. And I don't even. That's how you get. It's so funny how you get educated on these things. Like you have that thing. It's so innocuous. It's so like
There's even like
childlike
a
and
like a
silly.
children book called Unga
Yeah,
Bunga. But
yeah, it's
nowadays
chill.
there's also like there's some negative connotation attached to it, which no one knows until you look it up, and of course
I,
then
I was
it's
like, who gets offended by these things? I don't know, but
exactly.
like I get it. Whatever. I don't want to ruffle feathers. So like, we backed off of that one, but no one had the domain, no one had the branding. I was like, man, it's too perfect. And then the nail in the coffin was I sent it to ChatGPT. I was like, oh, 11 donut, Justin Gerhard, joy, and what was it? Joy and what was the G word? I don't even remember the
Join
other one.
giggles.
Joy and giggles with Justin Gerhard. I was like, that's too stupid. And I was like, chat, what do you think about these? And then Oonga Boonga. And it was like, definitely don't use that. That has terrible connotations. I was like, really?
What?
What? Oh,
And then there was a really good one. So there were two really good ones, but they were just too good. There was one, Glazed and Confused, was just the very beginning. You had the idea, Glazed and Confused. It was epic because glazed for donuts, confused life.
life
And the other
is
one,
perfect.
which I think was both our absolute favorite, One of Us.
One of us. One, one of us?
Yeah, One of Us.
Oh, one of
One of
us.
Us. One
Well,
of
oh,
Us.
because yeah, anytime a member signs up, we have this silly dance where we give each other a hug and or high five or whatever, and we're like one of us. Like it's enjoyed the thing. I don't even know how I got started. It doesn't. We've done that for every single member that's joined privately, and so one of us would have been a really cool name, but alas, it's not meant to be. And then how? So Levity, you kind of stumbled. We were doing
No,
word
that
association.
was the joke. You said like this amazing meeting one liner, like someone who would just like, Garrett, there are great words out there.
Oh, man.
They're
Oh,
awesome words.
I was like, you know what? There's so many words out there that because you asked me like, how do we find this thing? I was like, Gerard, there are just so many words out there that could be possibilities of this thing. I was like, we need to go find them. And you go, great. Like, would you say you like? Thanks for that. Like, Jan in accounting. That nice idea, Jan in accounting. Like, good job. Like, oh yeah, there's words out there. Like, no shit. Like, that's what we're doing. And you laughed at me for saying that. I was like, no, the words are out there.
Because he was just so good. It was like, yeah, yes, they are out there. That's
They're
what we're
out there.
trying to do.
Not wrong. I wasn't wrong, for
No,
sure.
not at all. And I was like, yeah, there are words out there. Then I don't remember what I took. I took the latest list. Actually, wait, let me see. I have the Claude conversation. I still have it. Let me look it up.
Did you ask Claude or chat? Did you ask it, hey, I just heard that there are words out there and we're looking and we're hey man, have you got the we got you got the stuff? I'm looking for words. You got some words? I'm looking for words.
So I did not ask for
Words.
the words. Whoa, oh, there was one other word we really like was funny universe, just like the place we are in, the funny universe. And then I took the latest round. It's like, hey, Claude,
But
Justin
universe
told me.
with YOU as
Yeah,
universe
funny
or
exactly.
yeah.
I said, hey, Claude, Justin told me there are words out there and we have to find them.
Did you really say it? Did you? That's so good. Oh, I was about to say no you didn't.
And then I pasted the latest we liked 11 Donuts, then One of Us, Join Giggles, Funny Universe. And then it's like, we love Funny Universe. And we love that, there's like, what is it like a spiel, the universe, the protons, the particles. And we love also, oh yeah, we love the story about the two laughing monks who walk around just spreading like, kind of like laugh about everything. And then it, for the first time ever, AI really suggested a word I've never like really makes sense, and it proposed levity. And then we looked it up. What does levity mean? I've never heard of it. It is such an old word. It means it's kind of like lightness. It means it's kind of the opposite of gravity. It's like it also was used when the Romans and the Greeks they actually used levity to describe upward motion, like the positive energy that moves upwards. And this is what it is. Like the levity field is a place. It's a feeling of playfulness and lightness in a very serious situation. You know, and I think that when we read this, like that makes sense. That's us.
So like gravity field, levity field.
Exactly. Gravity
Um,
field, the levity field.
yeah, and I think yeah, there's so many different ways to slice that make it really beautiful. But like, yeah, it's about the lightness and
It's
lifting upwards or expanding, or how the journey inward and being silly and playful can lift you up. There's lots of ways to spin it, but the moral of the story, Gerhard, is there are words out there. If you just go find them,
you
they
just
will.
gotta find them.
Yeah, they're like Pokemon. You just gotta collect them all.
Exactly. Which is
Mm.
similar to I'm reading, by the way, another cool book, The Big Magic, and she described by Elizabeth Gilbert. She wrote the book Eat, Pray, Love. There was a movie. Have you seen it? Eat, Pray, do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
I mean, I don't watch that movie regularly, but I watched it once, I think.
I watched it once and it was really good, actually. It was really,
Yeah.
really good. And she describes like it's very beautiful that ideas are like entities that just floating around and they come visit you. And then when they come visit you, you can decide to make a commitment with the idea and actually bring it to life, or this idea will continue traveling. And sometimes this idea, these entities, they come to you, but you're like, oh, I'm not the right person for that, or I can't right now. And then they move on as well. So, same with words, same thing. They floated around and we just had to capture it.
With a
So,
net.
you
With the net,
hired,
how'd you capture it?
how to capture it? By,
A net? Fingers? What do you do?
I would say it was more like this a slime gun, like, poof, and then it would just like stick against the wall. There we go, levity field.
A slime gun? Wow, I love it. I never would have guessed that that's what you would have said. Okay, slime gun.
So this was in I have another brilliant idea. On top of the what you shared our idea, what was it? The importing the salted water to the US and making a lot of money at some point.
Oh, we did talk about that at one point.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this summer there's a lot of wasps in Austria. Very annoying.
Are they people or the actual insects?
They're actually insects.
Mm.
And I was like, why is there? It reminded me that when I was still on Instagram many years ago, there was I love this, like this Chinese weird gadgets you can see. They look really awesome. And there's one is kind of like a salt gun, which you can use to shoot at flies.
Oh, salt pellets. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Exactly. So why don't we have like something a turret, like an Sol turret, where it's kind of like it scans the air with AI, and then it's like, okay, wasp, boom, and no problem.
It but where does this installed? Is it just out in the countryside of Austria, or is it in people's homes or on out? It's outside of people's
It should
homes.
be
Is the
outside.
nest?
It should be outside.
I mean, you're gonna have a lot of thirsty people out there if you do that. Like you,
Hey,
I don't, I don't know. I mean, but have you contacted your local governmental authorities and representatives to propose
no,
this
look,
idea?
this
Do
is
y'all
one
have
of those
town
ideas.
halls? Does Austria have town halls where you can just show? You ever watch these public asset access channels where people show up and like pitch something to a local municipality or something? They have this in America, like towns and states and cities. You can go to like C-SPAN or whatever, and they'll broadcast like the open town hall. If you go in like Miami, you go to Miami thing. There's a day where they let people come in and just say whatever's on their mind to like pitch ideas. Do y'all have this concept in Austria or Vienna?
I don't think we have this
And then
town hall, but
and
I know what
you
you mean.
and it's broadcast on public access
Of
TV.
course
Even
it is.
better.
Of course
So,
it is.
so imagine the entertain. Like you could Google this and look at some of the historically like comically awful ones that people have done. You need to be on this so that you can pitch this salt gun turret idea.
Can I do this next time I come to the States?
But we don't
In your
have the
name?
wasp. You don't have the wasp problem. So yeah, actually, you should do it because it doesn't matter. You just go in there and talk about
Does it
whatever.
matter?
Yeah, yeah.
But do I need to be like a citizen to do that?
No, I don't know the answer to that because I've never actually looked into
I
it.
mean, I
But
can just pretend to be you.
no, even better if you just show up as this crazy
Yeah.
Viennese guy, and you're like, "Hey, I want to talk about a really serious problem here," and they're like, "Yeah, yes, sir. Like, what is it that you need?" And you're like, "We need salt pellet turrets in Vienna because there's a
No, no, no.
serious
I'm gonna
wasp
promote in
problem."
the States. I'm
No,
gonna
why?
be. You know, this
But you
is
want to
how.
solve the
Okay.
problem. You want to solve the problem. You never know.
Exactly.
Like,
And this is how a second time in the history of humankind, an Austrian went to a other country and then started a revolution.
what was the first time?
Secret.
No, that's bad. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. Hmm. Yes. That one.
That one. That
That
one.
one. Oh, yes.
I
Mm.
wouldn't say revolution, but a kind, not a good one.
No. No.
Really bad one. I mean, who says that revolutions are always good? In the end, they're always a lot of people die.
Dance Dance Revolution.
What's a dance revolution?
DDR. You don't remember that game in the arcade that had the panels and you step on it with your
Oh
foot and
yeah,
there's like it's like Guitar Hero but with your feet.
are you good at this?
Hell no. Are you kidding me? That's like the one I maybe played it once. I was okay at it, but that was the one game you would go and watch at the arcade. But I was always too shy or nervous that I would just be terrible and get judged. I stuck to the regular, video games that I could crush people in. But I never was like a dancer.
So let me just picture this. Were you one of the guys who just like hang out at one particular arcade machine and just like waited for the victims to
You
arrive?
make it sound like I was 35 smoking cigarettes in 1995 at this time period. You realize that I was probably 8 years old. So I wasn't like this dude hanging out. I was a kid there with my parents for probably a birthday party, and we would go play all the games.
I mean, I know this family picture of yours and you have a very mischievous smile.
Oh yeah.
So I could imagine you just.
I was competitive. Did you have a concept of the skating rings growing up? Did y'all have like
Skating
rollerblading
rings.
rings? They were like rollerblading
Yeah.
rings where you would go with your friends and there'd be a birthday, usually at birthday parties and stuff, but they
Hmm.
would have an arcade. They would usually serve chicken tenders, hot dogs, and pizza.
Oh,
And it was a circle. Like everyone went around the ring in a circle, and there'd be a DJ with like crazy lights, and then they would play games like red light, green light, stuff like
we
that.
didn't
Did
have
y'all ever
that.
do that? And then you'd
Yeah.
have a slow song would come on, like Boys to Men or All for One or Keith Sweat, and you look for like
Ooh.
the cute girl there, and you'd hold hands going around the thing like that. That you never had that experience?
Nope. Sounds
Oh man,
amazing.
yeah. So at that place, when you were done, playing the games, and you would do all your tricks, skating around the ring, forever, you'd go sit at the arcade, and then it was like a, it was funny because you're still wearing your skates, roller skates, and you're playing the thing at the same time, like. If I tried, dude, we went to the arcade in Asheville and, we were okay. Can you imagine if you and I had four, not even single blade, but the four classic roller skate wheels on our feet as we're playing that thing? We would have died. We would have, there's no way. I mean, we were pretty terrible at most of those games anyway, but if you add roller skates to it, oh man, but we were killing it as kids. So that's
That's
the
great.
dude. Yeah, that's the dude
And was it? But what? Just like I need to. This is very cool. Like, it sounds like very. It's a very like you very American experience. It sounds very cool.
in
When
the
this
South.
moment arrived in the slow music, was there an perfect ratio, or was it always like some guys who just didn't get a cute girl to hold hands?
I mean, I don't know. I was too busy in the experience of holding the girl's hands to notice anyone else. Losers.
Did you hold like two girls with like
Dude,
four at the
did I
same
ever
time? They were holding their hands, and you're like,
did I
yeah,
did I ever do that?
that's an epic move.
I don't think I ever did too, because I don't know if I had the balance and dexterity to pull that off. But yeah, I mean, you definitely would go, and there would be like a your girlfriend or girl that would, one you liked or whatever. That was
But around
that's
that age, I remember
I
like
don't
there
know.
was I was in 9 or 10, like summer camps. Oh man, it's so exciting at that age to
Summer
hold hands
camps.
with a girl. That's wow.
Did you do all the passing notes where you would fold letters into like all the
Yes.
intricate little triangles and all the shit, and then this thing, whatever this thing was that everyone did, where you put it opens up four ways,
Oh yeah, yeah, 4 ways exactly.
and then you flip it, and it's like, yeah, that stupid thing. Yeah, we didn't have Tamagotchi. That was before Tamagotchi and before iPhones. You were just actually writing letters to people.
Hmm.
But you had summer camp. What's your favorite, or like you have a good memory of like a summer camp that you went to?
Yeah, I mean, like there was always this one. It was beautiful, like a castle. I mean, like Austria and Germany, we have a lot of castles.
You went to a camp in a castle? Are you sure? Did this actually happen, or
It
did you?
happened,
Or
happened.
is it
Look,
the? Is it, you just like you're just laying in bed dreaming of the American life and the American way. I bet in summer camp in America they're in castles. Did it actually happen?
yes, it happened. So, dude, like it's very like in Austria and Germany, we have so many castles. I'm
Why
not
do you have so
kidding
many
you.
castles?
I mean, medieval times. I mean, you
Okay,
played Come Kingdom.
yeah, I did. Yeah, that's good. That's good. The Bavarian RPG, yes, is it's Kingdom Come is the name of the game. Is the name of the game. You're all
so
right.
we,
You're all right. Yeah,
so
and
we
no,
had
it's good. It's a good game. It's a reality simulator of medieval life in Bohemian time
yeah.
period.
So there's a lot of castles. We have a
There's
lot of
castles.
castles, and it's not like the castle you imagine, like a enormous castle, but it was a castle, and
Are there tiny castles?
yeah, they're tiny castles, man.
But if you're gonna use all that stone and all the intricacy to build the parapets and the ramparts and all the stuff, why make it tiny?
I think many reasons: time pressure,
How many
maybe.
bedrooms? How many bedrooms is in a tiny castle?
I
Well,
mean, I
you know how many
think it's
bathrooms there are.
10.
You know how many
I don't
bathrooms there are.
remember, but it's like we were quite a few. But
Maybe
it's like
10.
one room had like we were 8 people, maybe in one room, like what do you call bunk beds? Yeah,
How
we
many?
were
You know how
four
many?
to six people in a room. Yeah,
You know how many bathrooms are in a castle? Zero.
um,
Go outside.
hey, they had a very basic, you know,
But what
toilets.
kind of camp was it? What did you do?
So it was 3 weeks. It was so cool. They even had like I was really good at this. They're like their version of Olympic Games. Like literally, like you had to like jump, like high jump, sprint, throwing stuff.
Yeah.
I get a silver medal, dude. You know, like
For
this
what?
this one thing, this discipline where you run, and then there's like this bar, and you have to like jump with your back over the bar.
A high jump. It's the high jump.
High jump. It's a high jump. Yeah. So I did that. That was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might
Okay.
have even won the gold medal in this one. Yeah, that was cool. And then we played a lot of Magic the Gathering, me and my childhood friend.
I mean, Magic the Gathering in a castle
In the
sounds
woods,
like
man, it was beautiful.
an epic experience.
Yeah.
I always wanted to play Magic the Gathering because I always played video games and RPGs, and I just love fantasy medieval books and just the mythology of all that. I always was into that stuff, and I never played Magic the Gathering.
Really?
Not once. Not once. D&D stuff, yeah. Um, yeah, all the board games that were in that realm of things, card games and stuff. And I never played Magic. Because where I was from, like, I don't think I knew anyone that played in middle school or high school. My family didn't play. They would play card games and board games, but we didn't play that. So I didn't know anyone that played.
Yeah, we
And I
had it
never
quite
just,
a few. I mean, I was not good at all, but I think just recently in Helsinki, there's a group of a friend of group. They still organize once a year Magic Gathering, like all amateurs. No, two of them are really good and they always win, of course. But how it works, they just
yeah,
buy
how does it
booster
work?
bags. They just buy
Yeah.
booster bags, and you sit in around and you just like draft the deck with the booster bags. You get 8 cards. You take one, you pass it on, and then you can like pick the cards, and then you just play. It's very fun.
But what does play mean? Are you attacking the person next to you, or
No,
like are
no. First,
you?
you just like the first phase is building your deck. So again, how was it? There was 4 booster bags, so there are 4 rounds. Each round you get 8 cards. So every person gets 8 cards, and then you always pick a card from these cards, and the remainers move on, and then until there's no card left, and you open the next booster bag. And then you have like I don't know what is it, a lot of cards, and from that cards you build a deck. In
Do you know what the hardest thing for humans to do is on the planet? I used to hear pre-AI it was naming things. Like you always hear the hardest problem in computer science is naming things, right? Not math or the, physics behind it, the hardware, it's just naming things. Do you know what I think it is now?
sitting still.
No. I think it's verbally explaining how a board or card game works to someone else that has no awareness of the thing. It is the hardest singular problem. No one on the planet has ever sat down to start a board game or card game. But we've done this, right, with Board Game Arena, and we sit down and play these every couple of weeks. We'll have a board game night or something, and it'll all be new people, a new game, and one person kind of knows what's going on, and so they try to explain the rules. It always is a disaster. It never. It's just like what. How did you just How did you just articulate that thing? So what you just shared with Magic the Gathering gave me no sense of how to play that game. Whatever. It's just yeah.
No, no,
You
it
build a
was not
deck,
about how to play it. It's just like how the round works.
but you. So a sliver of information. But it just made me have that thought. This isn't a judgment on you and your ability to explain Magic Gathering at all. It's just a.
Well, I feel like that.
I mean, well, it kind of was. It kind of is a smidge. It's a smidge. It was a little bit, but it just made me realize I've been. I was like, man, I've been in this experience before, and you have too. Remember when I took you to visit my great aunt Peggy? Her birthday was the other day. She's now 88 in Asheville, and she loves board games and card games. It was me, you, Florence, Alec, your partner Alex was there, and we played with this like 88-year-old lady, and she was explaining that first card game that we sat down, and she like hands people a sheet of paper. There's a rules on the rule book which she won't let you read, and then she's handwritten her own rules to this game, and then hands you this sheet of paper. She's trying to explain stuff, and everyone's looking around like. What are we doing? And you just play it, and it works beautifully, and you figure
But
it
that's the
out.
thing with board games because it's so abstract. You just have to do it. It's so
You have to
it's
do it.
horrible to explain. I think it's just like the old
Is it-
rule of any board game to explain a game.
Is there a lesson in life there as a takeaway that you can talk about it, you can do the work, you can prep, you can read, but you just gotta like get
Do
in
it.
there,
Just
do
do it.
it.
Just do it. Just
So that's a great camping experience, man. I wish I'd have had a castle. I may have run away from home if they sent me to a castle. I'd been like, I'm gonna hide somewhere in this thing, and you're never gonna get me out. I'm gonna be chilling here with Merlin and the dragons for the rest of my childhood. Come get me when I'm 16 and I can drive out of here.
So I guess in the States you don't have so many castles. Or not really, not original ones.
We have the Hearst Castle, but I don't really know how old that one is. Is it
I mean,
Castle?
not
Yeah,
built
Hearst
by
Castle.
like a billionaire in the last 100
Yeah,
years.
yeah. That's. I mean, well, America is only 200 something years old, so we don't.
Exactly. So
We missed the
you
whole
guys don't
castle
have
era.
castles.
No,
Sorry, man.
by the time that castles were irrelevant, I guess. By the time we
Yes.
had guns and shit, like we didn't need castles. So funny how like in human history, how like one little invention of something changed the entire way that conquered things, like the bow or the longbow. It
Yeah.
just makes it fascinating. Anyway, camping stuff, castles, it's great. I
By
have
the
a
way,
really good one, by the way. My camping experience was
yeah,
fucking epic. My dad sold life insurance for Woodman of the World. Woodman, like an elf, Woodman of
Woodman.
the World, which is a life insurance company, and he's really good actually. I like to think I don't know if he made a lot of money. I don't think he did, but I think he was probably pretty good at it. He's a hustler. He's an entrepreneur. um, and they would host with a lot of the counties in Eastern North Carolina. Actually, it was all over the state. They would, I don't remember where it was. It was somewhere in the middle of the woods, somewhere, and there was this huge camping facility that had all these log cabins, and there'd probably be 100 kids from different counties or towns that would come, and there'd probably be I'd say 8 to 10, and there'd be 20 or 30 kids per group. And like they had the Olympics, man. Like, and it was guns. You got badges for stuff too. So it was like scouts almost. But there was riflery, archery. There was a track and field competition at the end with potato sack, three-legged race, the dash, the 100-yard dash. There was a half-mile marathon. There was a putt-putt, a beach volleyball, court volleyball, basketball, swimming. Swimming had a bunch of events like the diving competition, underwater holding your breath, um, free stroke, freestyle. Um, it was epic. And then at the end, there was a talent show. And I'll never forget one of my friends at the time. His name was Travis Brown, and we were probably in middle school, and we is hyper competitive, all boys. It was all boys at this thing, and so it was just so many stories of this thing, memories. And we were good. Like we were known as being like the athletic, like country bumpkins that would go in. Like basketball, I crushed. Like volleyball, my dad he was an athletic director, so he just had us all like operationalized for crushing our enemies. And Travis Brown, we couldn't find him on the day of the talent competition because he wanted to sing something, and it had been raining, and someone found him, and he had been playing in the mud, and he came in to this talent show right at the last second, and this is like sweet young boy, right? And he is covered head to toe in fucking mud. And he gets up on stage in front of a couple hundred people, like 150 people, and he sings "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" covered in mud with a ball cap on. I mean, looking back, I didn't think it was adorable
Oh
at the time.
man.
I was just like, that was an experience. We were so nervous he wasn't going to show. And this dude shows up and crushes it, wins the gold for the talent competition, singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" with covered in mud. I'll never forget that. Such a like a unique moment in time.
So wholesome. So cute.
The least wholesome thing that happened was I was young enough to sleep in the same bed as my dad in the bunk beds because I was that young. The earlier years I would go, and one night I peed in bed with him sleeping in the thing with me because I had a problem with that when I was young. And he woke up the next morning. He was so I was because what it was you had to go out of the log cabin, walk
Yeah.
out in the dark to go to the outhouse, and I was just nervous or scared, so I just kind of fell asleep while having to pee because I was so scared to go out there. And I peed in the bed, a big one, yellow day, drinking Mountain Dew all the day before, just bad, stinky pee. And he woke up. He woke me up because he was mad and pissed, threw me out of the bed. It's like, did you piss in the bed? And oh man, it was so embarrassing. Yeah, I think
I get it.
I may have Had to purge that out in the plant medicine ceremony at some point. Trauma. Oh,
Happened, man. Like I was a bit in the bed when I was, I don't know, old 4, 5, 3, something like that.
did you? Oh no, mine lasted until I was probably it was until like middle school or early middle school.
Yeah.
And I remember one time it was like a blanket that my great aunt Peggy or Betsy, one of those ladies in my family, had made a quilt, and I had it on the bed. I peed in the bed, and I snuck out of the house and went and buried it in the backyard. I don't, and it still probably is there. I remember my
Probably
mom
there, yeah.
asking. I remember them asking like, "Where is this thing at? Do y'all, have anyone seen the blanket?" And I was like, I just snuck out in the middle of the morning, buried it. I was so embarrassed. The logical thing would have been maybe to throw it in the washing machine, but I didn't know how to work that, as a
I
kid.
mean, of
So
course not. I think it's a logical. I probably would have burned it.
yeah, no
Just
one
set it
ever
on
found it.
fire.
There's a pea stained blanket. If my family
Oh
is
man,
listening
this
to this
reminded me
behind
there
the
was
house,
also like a really bad mistake. So we have where my dad is, they have a shared public community sauna in the house. And I think we were like around that age, I don't know, 9, 10, and me and a friend with this genius idea to pee in the sauna stove. And in the sauna stove were on the stones or the hot stones. Oh my goodness, it smelled so bad, and we just ran away and pretended we were never there. And I don't know if anyone ever
wait, to
replaced
get this
those.
straight, you peed on in a sauna on the hot stones?
Yes,
Oh my God. Oh my God, dude.
it was bad, man. It was the smell was horrendous, and then we just ran away. No one probably knows, like because no one knew that we went to the sauna. So hmm,
There's someone listening at some
they're
point,
like,
and they're like,
you.
those guys, they're like, I remember that time I went to the sauna, and there, it smelled like piss in there.
Oh man.
Oh, dude,
By the
yeah.
way, have
Boys are
you?
dumb. We're dumb. We're
Boys are
dumb little.
dumb. We're
We're
so
we're dumb
dumb.
little cavemen until you're like, I don't
We're
know,
like so unga bunga, and like it's surprising that so many survive.
until we're 30. Until we're 30, then we're still kind of not in it. But yeah, we're cavemen.
Have you by any chance
Hmm.
followed the latest Pentagon UFO releases? The
One,
material.
I need to take a screenshot of your face. Your screen has been frozen on my view for maybe 5 minutes, but it is frozen in the most seductive way possible.
Ooh.
Hold on, let me just snap this real quick. I gotta do mine in here too. See if I can copy your face.
Okay, meanwhile, I'm gonna prepare. You're gonna show me this beautiful face. Share the screen.
I'm gonna share it with you in WhatsApp. Maybe we'll put it into the podcast so folks can see what we're talking about.
Perfect.
All right, sorry, what were you saying?
So the Pentagon released their
Oh,
UFO files.
yeah,
And
what's in it? Yeah, what is it about?
I mean,
UFO
they call
files,
it
UFO files.
UFO. UFO. So they
Hmm.
call it different nowadays. Where they changed the name. Pentagon
They changed the name of UFOs.
UAP they call it nowadays.
What?
What
Who
does it
does
mean?
this? Look at
Uh
this. Look at the screenshot in WhatsApp.
wait.
Your face is frozen like this permanently on my screen. It's still like that right now. It's so good.
Really, it's still frozen. Wait, should I turn on and off?
I don't know. I like it. Oh, now you're back. There you go. I'm glad I
Oh.
got that. I'm glad I got that screenshot. I'm gonna put that as your background, so whenever you call me, it just shows that, and I can be like,
Okay, I'm gonna share something now.
hmm,
I'm gonna share the screen. So
inbound
this
from
is
Gerhard. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead. What's up? UABs? It's a UAP?
UAP. But what does this UAP stand for? Unidentified anomalous phenomena.
It sounds like
The old term
somebody,
UFO, but now it's phenomena.
the unidentified flying object.
Okay, now I'm gonna share. This is official. This is not fake. Like it's official, whatever it means. But people have been checking it out. Um, okay, look at this, man. Just look at this and don't tell. I can't. Okay,
Mm-mm.
this is on BBC and CNN and all everywhere. Okay, the first image, but the first one I showed you was the craziest one. This one. This was from 2020. Like,
What is
look at
it?
this, man.
I don't even know what I'm looking at.
I don't know what it is, man. It's just weird.
It's like a stuffed animal just floating in the sky.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
I
oh,
feel like with all of these things, there's always a logical explanation. And with all this high-powered technology and microscopes and not microscopes, telescopes and lenses and 4K cameras and 8K cameras and all this shit. What I mean, Bigfoot is still blurry. We somehow capture
but this is
UFOs
not
with
like
just the
some. But the
shittiest
difference is like
resolution.
this is not like some dude. This is like files that have been published after rigorous, like really testing. Like, is this what could it be? What is, and they still don't understand it. So it's not like, okay, this could be like a arrow in the camera. This is a weird balloon, and this is not just like these are files and available to everyone, and that's strange, dude.
Have you ever seen anything yourself like that in the sky that you couldn't explain?
To be honest, I don't look that much all the time to the sky.
You know, isn't there some like therapeutic thing that if you look up a lot, it makes you happier than if you look down? Like
Absolutely.
if you feel sad, it's a lot of times your neck is tilted down, you're looking down, so you should look. If you just like move, even just like your eyes go up, but tilt your head back, that it
So
like
you don't
brings
think
positive
there's
emotion.
anything it could be possible that anything.
Do I think that it's little green men versus a weather phenomenon versus just a government that has whatever? What do I think? I mean, there's not probably one answer to all of it. I don't think there's little green men just floating around in our atmosphere, fucking with us, like kind of teasing us with their silly looking aircraft and being like, "Ooh, oh, you got us. Ooh, oh, oh, just enough. Ooh, oops, oops." I just
I mean,
either
no one's
if
saying
they're
it's
that's
going to be aliens, but it's like those videos. If you really watch them, like if you look, I really like look into them. It's not just this one. It's just like strange behaviors, and I don't think if there's like another country having the same. It's not just in the U.S. It's by the way across the world in Europe as well. Um, then the question is like, okay, no one says it's aliens, but what is it? Because it's very strange, and it's not a.
I'm in the camp of we can't explain it. I'm not in the camp of being like, "Oh, it's got to be we're being visited from another planet." I just assume that if someone can visit us from another planet, they're probably smart enough, one, to get here and go through whatever that is, because that's not easy. That's like a massive technological problem that we have not solved and we won't solve in our lifetime. So they figured some shit out that we don't understand or know. And so they're probably smart enough to not accidentally expose themselves in some way, in ways that are kind of halfway exposed, but not. I mean, it probably doesn't exist like that. I don't know. Um, who knows, man? I don't. You know what? It's one of those moments where in life, like certain things happen and it changes the way that you perceive reality completely. And it could be like a death in the family, something happened that just rattles you to your core. 9/11, I think for a lot of people in America, when that happened, it kind of changed their relationship with live events and the horror of what that was for so many people in New York. You know, you feel it, right? Certain celebrity deaths, I think, hit people in a certain way. I think wasn't there a movie about this you saw recently that was about Day Zero or something? You went and saw it. It was like it was a terrible movie about the day that they broadcast the existence of aliens to
It was Steve
humanity.
Jobs, but only Steve Jobs. What was it called?
Yeah, it was a terrible movie. I
Steven
didn't see it, but
Spielberg.
yeah,
Movie Disclosure Day. That was bad.
Disclosure Day. Yeah, I feel like if Disclosure Day actually happened, like I
I
don't
mean,
know.
like, look,
What do you think it is? What is your opinion on it?
I did not think anything. Like 2 weeks ago, I don't know how I stumbled upon it. I was just like, was it another podcast or YouTube? And it's not just the Pentagon releasing. It's just a lot of um, former, not Navy, what's the other called? Air Force pilots,
Mm.
just like talking about these things. They don't say like it's alien. It's like we saw things that are really hard to explain, and it's very hard to justify because no nation could, like, how do you explain that? And this has been vetted through so many stages. Like, it's not like, oh, it could be a balloon, it could be like a weird defect of the camera. Like, this has been, they wouldn't release it if that was the case.
Do you think we, America, whoever, has been on the moon and landed on the moon back in 60 years ago, 70 years ago? Do you
Why
think
not?
that actually? I'm just curious. That we're getting into conspiracy theory land, which I think is fascinating. It's always interesting to unpack these because whatever.
But I mean, this is not a conspiracy theory. This is like files that are released, that have been stored. Uh, they're public to everyone. There's no conspiracy around. There's like literally files.
No. Yeah, yeah. I totally understand. The reason I'm asking that question around the moon landing theory is,
I
or
do think we are
event.
there.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, I think so too. Like, I mean, I like reading the alternative opinions, entertainment. Um, but do you think they saw anything like this that we weren't able to capture, like those dudes? Like, surely if, there's unexplainable things in our atmosphere, what in the world would you see when you go that far out? Like,
I mean, like, comes back to the dark forest theory. Like,
how would your brain even process
I don't
information
know,
out
man.
there,
I think it would be just crazy. But also, like, I think it comes to the dark forest theory. Like, like, if there's an advanced civilization, maybe they don't want to be discovered. They're just like, hey, we are just checking you out, guys, because we can, and see what you're up to. Who knows?
like a cat playing with a toy off the side
But
of the
you said, like,
table.
this is exactly one of those events. If they happen, and who knows what these files really are about, it just would probably shift something so fundamental in how we see the world.
It would break us as a society.
Most likely.
Religion, civic structure, financial crash, like just the way people perceive everything would just
Exactly.
completely, or what would happen? Or the opposite might happen, which is similar to what happened when everyone was on Facebook in the mid 2000s and they came out and said they had this massive data breach and like there was this whole swing of people were like, oh my god, you got to quit Facebook, and I didn't really have it at the time either, so I didn't really care. But I observed this whole like phenomenon, and I was like, oh my god, like the social networking thing may crumble. People may actually leave Facebook and like not use it anymore. And you know what happened? No one left. Like, so
No
like
one.
there's another theory that's like, oh yeah, they could unveil all this information and you would just get like a big shrug for most of, at least in America, you would just get like a big shrug of just like, all right. Either because people don't believe it, they don't care, they just are so disillusioned with the information and truth that comes from anything you're shown that you're just like, it doesn't affect me. Like, okay, well, your whole fabric of reality just changed, but it doesn't affect you. Like, just,
But
eh.
this is the funny thing is, like, what you notice, like, what I read, like, when I watch is like, it's, yeah, not really much covered, but I get it. Like, there's not much there besides footage. So it would have to be, really real but nothing really happened yet.
What would be your first question to a visitor? You have one question, and Gerhard, you get to ask it for all of humanity. It can be personal, private, and it's not necessarily broadcast to the world. Like you just get to ask it, and maybe they answer, maybe they don't, but you get to ask it. What would you ask?
Hmm. Yo, man, how you doing?
You know? You want to go to Bojangles?
Yo, man, what's up? How you doing, man? How you doing, buddy?
How you doing, buddy? Mm, so good. Yeah, I mean,
How about you?
I hadn't seen those files. I have to go check those out. I like to look more this way, like in, than out. I think it's where I spend them all. You do the same thing, but like, because the out stuff, man, like, you don't even know like what you read on the internet. I know the Pentagon, whatever, release these files and it's like scrubbed and fact checked or whatever, but I still just like, man, anything I see or read online, I just it goes in and goes right out sometimes. Um, what question would I ask? I think it would be like, oh no, I feel like I would go something serious. Because shouldn't ask like, how did you get here? They don't. You're not going to understand what they say. So like,
Like, why are you here? Why are you here?
yeah. But then you're asking for humanity. It's like, what are you? Like they don't. You're not going to understand. Like, hmm,
I mean, like, what do they want? What do you want? What
what
is
do
it
you
like?
want?
How you doing, man?
How you do? How you do it? Yeah, yeah, I guess you get a lot. And like Posse 11 Dunbar, if the alien just responds and says, "I'm good," you know what Posse will say?
Yes, you would say.
He'll, that's not good enough. Like you need to tell me more. That's a terrible answer. Remember we had this
Exactly.
conversation
Yes.
the other day. Like he's like, people ask you if you're good. He's like, and you just say you're good. He's like, it's a terrible answer. And he had a whole different way of framing it. And he did this to
So
me
how are
once. A
you
couple
really,
months.
How are you
Oh
really
yeah,
doing?
that's the follow up question. So that's actually your question. It's not how are you. It's
Exactly.
like how are you really?
And then
Maybe you get
we sit down and we chat.
and you hand him a donut.
Exactly. So I would come there, so with a box of donuts.
Hmm.
How are you doing, man? Really?
How you doing? How you
Give him
doing?
a donut. It would
But
either, I don't know if this thing has a hands or you can just like warp, like,
I was just thinking, like, does it have hands? Does it have a mouth? Does it have a butt? Like, we don't know.
maybe
Is
it's
there
just, it
anywhere
just looks
to,
at it as like, and then I
or it
eat
just,
it.
yeah, or it just rolls on it. It just,
But also
you
it
know,
must be so weird for aliens who maybe, because we are very strange beings, like in terms of how we eat. Just eating. So it's a weird thing, actually. If you look at us, it's a weird thing that we, how and what, that we eat something. It must look really strange, I think, for aliens.
it probably looks a little confrontational,
Yeah.
right? Because I mean, even early humans, we were, I guess, eating each other. There's versions of us that were cannibals, like, because we thought it was
Yeah.
consuming the power. So I'm sure it doesn't look friendly,
Probably not.
unless you, unless they see someone that doesn't have any teeth, it just has gums, chewing on something. Yeah. That actually might look more alien-like, more, more intergalactic friendly. Just,
Okay. Do you have still have donuts left?
I don't like this interrogation. I don't like this. I am
Because
not
last
on
time you
trial
told me
here.
you ordered 6 donuts. It was 2 days ago.
Look, there's a problem in Instacart where it shows you a picture of a thing, and I just don't read the thing. I think is what's happening. It just shows one donut, and there's another one that's a box of donuts. I've seen this before. It's the Publix bakery glazed donuts, which are the single greatest glazed donut on the planet. There is no better glazed donut. Um, and you've had them, you know this. And even Alex, who has your partner's like a health person, she had one and she was like, "Oh no, what have you done?" It's delicious. But yeah, I hit the button to order one. I was like, "Oh, they'll send you just one donut in your grocery order," and then a box of six arrived. And the time that 12 showed up is because I got myself a donut and I got you one, not Alex, because I knew she wouldn't want to eat it. I didn't think she would. And then 12 donuts showed up, and by the end of it, she had eaten like three of them. So
So, do you still have
there's,
donuts left, Justin?
I mean, to be fair, I ordered that box of donuts like what? How many days ago? Five,
2?
six? Was it two? It wasn't two, was it? Please don't.
Maybe.
No, I ate the whole thing. There's no box of donuts in here.
Just
I ate
one.
it in one. I ate it in one day. I ate six donuts. I have no self control. I don't keep that shit in my house.
What I'm asking, I would love you to try next time whenever you order one donut to just eat it like we just described without chewing it, just like.
That poor donut. That's such a waste. I want to enjoy it
Please try.
because,
Just try one donut. Justin, you gotta practice. Like, you have to show up.
yeah, and we're like, hey, we really need to break bread. We need to show them what we're about, like sharing a meal, friendly people. You can't show your teeth. That's too confrontational.
Call this one
So you
guy.
need to
Call Justin.
call this. Yeah, he knows how to do it. He knows how to suck on this donut in a way that builds intergalactic community. It's the intergalactic sign of peace and goodwill is sucking on a donut. Your tongue comes out like an anteater through the hole. I'm just exploring. I'm just tasting it, man. It's just a good donut. It's so dumb. Oh my god.
Okay, maybe that's a good point
Jumping off point. Jumping off
to
point.
to to escape or leave the levity field.
Yeah, we wanted to like. I like this space because we're silly and we talk about ridiculous things, and hopefully there's some random factoid or something we'll introduce throughout that's inspirational or educational on some level. But yeah, like I like this forum because we can talk about nonsense and laugh. And even if it for us it becomes just our art project, where for an hour or whatever we just giggle and laugh, and it makes us feel better. I'm certain someone else will find joy in that, even if
Exactly. And I think it's exactly that. It's just like tune in the levity field if you just want to have be exposed to some lightness and humor in sometimes a very heavy and serious life. And that's it. That's it.
that's it. And we'll have intro music next time. I might find a song. I think I'm gonna write a handpan song because I've been recording some
Yes,
stuff. So
please,
we'll
man. So you've been cracking it, so can't wait to hear what
Yeah,
you've been doing.
it's picking up. It's been picking up for the last couple weeks now. Just recording it in a way that I actually like, and because I when you record something, you hear like how you might have messed up or whatever or
Yeah,
whatever. Man, people in studios so impressive. It
it's
gives you real
tough, dude,
appreciation for
man.
them.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, we'll have some new intro songs. The logo in the background may change, may stay the same. For now, it's silly.
I
But
like
Gerhard,
it. I
so
like that it's like levity field behind my background.
I like it too. It's very on brand for today's conversation.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, it's great chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you again soon. See you in Elfintown
See you in
and
Elfentown.
see you in Elftown. And we'll do this every week. So I'll chat with you
Exactly.
in a week.
Perfect, man.
Later, brother.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, folks.